Anywho, it didn't pause like I wanted to, but I'm not redoing the intro. Anyway, so the supportive architecture, people, men, you got the supportive men because I believe the analogy I was going down was that there are plenty of extra supporting structures that may be considered unnecessary, right? Any house design, something talked about is open concept, and other people who like less open concepts and whatnot. And for those less open concepts, there are plenty of walls and barriers up that aren't really necessary, but again, supportive to the whole design and the less pivotal necessities of the building. It's just a part of the place, right? Now, again, bringing it back to the men and how it correlates to support, I would say that in this aspect, in order to better understand it, I'm basically making an analogy that men, the supportive variant of men that I'm alluding to, architecture or structure, they're much like a shirt, right? Men are a shirt, right? Because plenty of shirts can have a myriad of designs, just like, well, not even a shirt, but like clothing, apparel. You can have a dress, it can be topless, it can be bottomless, it could be an extremely long shirt, it could be a short shirt, it could be shorts, jorts, booty, bikini, whatever. The outfit you wear is the outfit you wear. The fact that you put it on and you're keeping it on and not swapping it for something else, right? The architecture that of men, or the quality of men, or the type of man you're choosing, is similar to the type of clothes you're choosing to allow yourself to wear, right? So you can always change out your man, swap it out and whatnot, but like a high quality building or a high quality apparel that you're choosing, it's something, it's still something akin to supply and demand. Everyone wants that high quality, high maintenance house, wants the best option of stuff to wear. But ultimately, there is still that aspect of, are you actually going to wear it or will you not? Are you actually going to live in that house or are you not? Are you actually going to like and enjoy your time with this man? Does he actually support you, or does he just kind of look like it? Because there are plenty of houses and plenty of articles of clothing that look amazing, but once you finally put it on, it's so uncomfortable. I hate it. I'll never wear it again, but I will still have it in the forefront of my closet when I show it off to people, right? There are plenty different variants of man and men out here, right? But there is that aspect of support. Does the outfit do what it needs and was meant to do? Is it helping the situation or is it ruining everything, right? That choice of architecture is up to you, right? So we have, under this aspect of supportive specifically, there are plenty of men, supportive men, that are much like good apparel and good architecture. Are you choosing those ones? Are those ones choosing you? Or are they not so supportive? Are they not much like architecture? Are they more like a minivan? Are they more like a mobile home? Or are they just like sand? Are they bums? Or are they of support? Are they loose and in the wind, willy-nilly, or are they stable and supportive to any cause and whatnot you got going on? Are they of support or not so much? Because there are plenty of architectures that are supportive in stability, and then there's architecture that's supportive in design. There's artistic architecture that can convey a bit more emotional support rather than literal support, right? And the same difference with outfits. as the years go by and everything is a bit more provocative and showing a bit more skin just because we can, turning regular clothing into something more akin to lingerie, where the clothes does its job, but it can also do a little more than its job to keep me covered, or a little less, depending on how the feeling is going, right? Put a hole here, take a hole there. It does its main job of supporting me in the aspect of what needs to be done, and then there's also the supportive aspect of emotional support, where this shirt makes me feel fat, but if I had a hole here and a hole there and all the perfect proper places, it could make me feel better. It's supportive, right? So men are like shirts in that aspect of architecture, where either it's good architecture and it's supportive, or it's bad architecture and it's not so supportive. Shame on thee, right? And from there on, by far, that's the first supportive type man. And then you have the second, the rehabilitator type man. You have the architecture man that does what it needs, and then you have the rehabilitator that fixes. This is a fixer-upper, right? Where again, the expectation of a bum still stands. A bum doesn't do anything, can't do anything. The rehabilitator does. Any time we talk rehabilitation, anytime we're talking rehabilitation type, anytime we're talking rehabilitation centers, people go to a rehabilitation center to get help, to fix their problems, right? Rehabilitation type men don't come to you. That's a narcissistic personality trait, not a rehabilitation. Under no means is some man going out of their way supportively to fix your problems. That's not a supportive type person. That's a white knight in the skies. Even if they can genuinely fix your problem, an actual supportive person is going to be there and ready to help you. They're not going out of their way to initiate that help of you. All right? So when we're talking about the rehabilitators or the rehabilitation type men who is supportive, they are there if you need them, like a supportive net for some people doing acrobatics. They're not there preventing you from falling. They're there in case you fall. That's the rehabilitator. A narcissistic personality is going to tell you you're fucked up and I'm going to fix it before you fall. That's not supportive. That is more akin to protective, but it's not always a great thing, right? But before we digress and move on to that, sticking in line with the rehabilitator attributes. A rehabilitation attribute is that they do know better, they can, and they will surely help fix you, right? Rehabilitator doesn't come to you, you come to the rehabilitator, or you get brought to one. Because much like a rehabilitation center, there are plenty of intervention cases where you're brought very much against your will to get this help, right? A rehabilitation type man, supportive type man, it is there when and where they're needed. They're not going out of their way to fix you, even if they can. They're just not, right? They want other people to initiate and ask for the help. If you have a problem, I will help you. Say something. A closed mouth don't get fed, right? Tell me your problems and then I'll fix it for you. You don't want to say nothing, you don't get nothing, right? A supportive person in general will help you when you mention help. A protective person is going to go out of their way, right? So, and recap, supportive type man is to blame because the men are the structure. The men are the ones responsible for the fixing, right? And with how many women nowadays are complaining about, both men and women are complaining about the man versus woman debates, the fact that none of the supportive men are coming out to fix the problem, you're very much to blame. The fact that the supportive men aren't stabilizing the structure of the conversation and it's going out of control to the point everyone has an opinion about how bad these men versus women debates are, yeah, it's very much the supportive men's fault. You're not doing the very thing that you're supposed to be doing. Where you at? You ain't being supportive right now. You're not keeping the conversation structured and going off the rails. You guys are supposed to be the railway. You're the architecture. You're the structure that was supposed to keep us from derailing. But we are derailed and there's no one else to blame but you, right? So there is that aspect of the jealous, which is the coverage on the good and the supportive. Let's see how much time we got. We're already at 12 minutes. So I'll make the next video, I'll make it the Saturday video. I don't have Saturday videos done yet. So this will be a 3-part for the week 22 then. And the Saturday video will be the explanation on the protective type man, and which there are 2, but it's really 3. The chivalrous, and then there's the military army, and the difference between knights, right? So, but hey, that's just me, your Millenia man. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, go ahead and leave a like or dislike if you didn't. But by all means, regardless of whether or not you liked the video or not, leave some feedback in that comment section down below. Tell me your thoughts, opinions, and whatnot, and I'll respond to it on Mailman Monday. And by all means, share the video for more exposure, or subscribe if you feel like it. Don't if you don't. But by all means, peace and have a good one. Come back in tomorrow on Saturday for this final piece of the puzzle to this conversation.